Welcome everybody to our very first edition of Chatting to Our Yoga Teachers Stories Life After YTT. So this is Cath and Ruth, and they are very good friends from Swansea. They joined our 200-hour yoga teacher training program last year, along with 8 other wonderful people. And over 5 months, we watched them grow from dedicated students to absolutely wonderful yoga guides. And what made this so special and why we are so excited to speak to them both today is that they decided to co-teach. Now, this is something I've never seen done before. And a year later, they're still successfully teaching a big group of people in their community. And Cath also completed her Nidra training this year too. So we are excited today to chat together and to hear how their journey has gone over this last year. Thank you so much for joining us, Cath and Ruth. It's really nice to see you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So we have some wonderful questions, some that have been asked from the community as well. And the first question I'd love to ask you is, how has it been? A whole year of teaching, how has it gone for you?
Shall I start?
Yeah.
Well, I think we both agree that it's been an amazing year. We've had so many new experiences and met so many wonderful people. We've grown as individuals and within our community. So it has been an absolutely fantastic year.
It has, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. Can you tell us a little bit about the types of classes that you teach and indeed who comes along to your classes?
Well, we teach classes to the local U3A, the University of the Third Age. So it's for anybody who's retired or semi-retired. So our yogis are anything from, I suppose, mid-50s up into late 80s in terms of age. And they have all sorts of hip replacements and knee replacements and bad shoulders and backs. Having said that, some of them are very, very flexible and mobile as well. But we have all sort of a range of physical sort of mobility issues, I suppose. And the main thing is that we co-teach, as you said. So we've been teaching together now for a year, and that's been an absolutely wonderful experience. Did you want to say something?
Yes, yeah. So we theme our classes. This is something that we've done throughout the year, but just of recent classes, we've done having fun and explore. That's gone down extremely well with our class. Always our mantra is your body, your choice, your practice. So everybody that comes is really grateful that they can actually do their own thing. And that goes down extremely well.
That's really nice. I really like that mantra. I love the idea of the themes, and exploring and having fun sounds really cool. Can you give me an example or
Yes, yeah, I can give you an example. So the theme was explore and have fun. So for instance, in our cat cow, we would say when you're in the cat position, meow. And it was really fun at first, you know, we were laughing about it. But after we did it for the month, because we tend to theme the class for the month, everybody was doing the moos and the meow and just laughing, you know, as we're doing it as well. It was just great fun.
That's so great. And I've seen a photograph of one of your classes. How many people do you get on average in your sessions?
I'd say we average, definitely, we've got more than 20 every week, but last 2 weeks we've had 30. So they're very big classes, and we're expecting, now that the weather's changing, that the numbers will keep up.
Amazing.
And we also have a waiting list.
You have to start a second class.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much. It's so nice to hear. So nice to hear. All right, so I have another question. When you started your yoga teacher training last January or January before last, did you think that you would become a yoga teacher afterwards?
I think both of us said absolutely 100% no, we would never, ever want to teach.
Definitely not. It wasn't anywhere in my mind at all to do that.
No. And look at us now a year later.
Yeah.
I know. So
We
having
know.
said that, what was the main draw to each of you to start the yoga teacher training?
I think for me, I mean, Ruth and I are very close friends anyway, and we met so much throughout the teacher training, and we learned and developed so much as well together, that we just felt we had learned so much and we wanted to share that with others. And we both agreed that the U3A was the right place to share it, because it's not for profit. We certainly didn't want to earn any money from it, and we both agreed that was the right way forward for us.
Yeah.
I think we knew as well that with the U3A, the yoga teacher who'd been doing yoga for a long, long time had to retire. So we knew that there was a demand for it, and lots of people had said that they really missed the yoga. So it was almost as if it was meant to be.
Yes.
It was, we felt we wanted to give something back almost. And we have, we've been enjoying it ever since.
Very serendipitous. It's obviously meant to be.
Yeah.
So did you think at any point previous to this that you might become a yoga teacher at some point, maybe years ago, or what? So you've said what sort of inspired you to take this step. What was it that drew you into the teacher training? If you weren't thinking about becoming teachers, what drew you to sort of sign up to the training itself in the beginning?
I think for me, I'd really, really enjoyed the workshops that I'd done with the Frog Project and learning bits about yoga philosophy. And I realized I wanted to find out more, and that this course would offer me that opportunity. Because one of the things I loved about the YTT was obviously it does provide all the tools to be a yoga teacher, but it also teaches all about the yoga philosophy and the different breathing techniques and all the whole thing about yoga. So not just the yoga poses, but the package of yoga. So that's why I did it, was for the yoga philosophy. And that for me has been the most amazing journey. And it's a journey that I'm still going on. And it has been life-changing for me, to be honest. So yeah, definitely the yoga philosophy.
Yeah, and for me as well. But I think I was more hesitant about doing the course, but Ruth was very, very gently persuading me, and she has this ability. And I knew I wanted to do it, but I wasn't sure if I could commit to it. So we had some long chats, and I knew it was for me as well.
Great.
So happy I did it.
Yeah.
While we're on, oh, sorry, go ahead, Ruth.
I say, when we were discussing this earlier, we both said it was one of the best things we've ever done in our lives. And, we're quite old, so that's quite a big thing to say.
Oh, Ruth.
Well, me.
Oh, you guys, that's absolutely amazing. And music to my ears for sure. So a little bird has told me, Joy, a friend, also fellow teacher trainee, that you guys did a session called Meet Patanjali. And while we're on this topic of philosophy, it sounds like you're also bringing philosophy into your U3A class. Please, can you tell us about Meet Patanjali? What was it, and what happened?
Well, we decided to do a workshop in which we would introduce yoga philosophy. But when we started planning it, we realized what a massive, massive topic it is. And we didn't have a large amount of time. So we thought a good way of making it quite simple and accessible and a good introduction was through doing a sort of an interview with Patanjali. So Cath was the interviewer and I was Patanjali, and we were just able to sort of ask questions and give answers and simplify it. And it had the added benefit that we could have notes in front of us. So we could, if we forgot what a certain thing was, we could look to our notes and read it in interview form. But it did work well because we were able to simplify it, and we could ask people could ask questions at the end, and we did get across some of the main sort of introductory points, I think. So yeah, it was good fun. We enjoyed it.
Was, yeah, it really was. It was really role play. It was so good.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I'd been a fly on the wall. Next time you do one, I'm going to come along. Great. Thanks so much. And Joy also for asking that question. Okay, so let's move on a little more. I have a question. How did you feel on your very first yoga class?
Well, for me, I hadn't slept the night. Well, I had slept the night before because I had a dream. And the dream was that I was in class, teaching the class, but nobody was listening. Everybody was just doing their own thing, going off on tangents. I was feeling very anxious in my dream that nobody would listen to me when I was trying to instruct any of the postures. And then because Ruth has been a teacher, she said to me I was having a teacher's dream.
I used to have them all the time.
I'd never heard of such a thing, but I was definitely having a teacher's dream. So for me, I was obviously subconsciously very anxious.
How did it go?
But it went so well. It really did.
That's so good. A teacher's dream. Wow, well done. All right, so my next question. So you said that Ruth, you were a teacher before, which I also know about. So I'm guessing that maybe speaking in front of others and sharing maybe wasn't difficult for you or nerve-wracking, but maybe for you, Cath, has it changed either of you how you feel speaking in front of others or your general confidence overall out of the yoga space as well?
I don't know so much about out of the yoga space, but I suppose I've always been quite happy to speak to people. But certainly the confidence for me has grown in front of our group because there's such a lovely group and we are a community together. So there's no nerves, nothing to worry about whatsoever. And if we slip up, we laugh about it. You know, it's just human nature, isn't it? It's not dead serious. We start on time, we finish on time, the postures are all taken very seriously, but we also do allow, you know, we all laugh about any mishaps that's happened. So yeah, I'm quite happy talking in front of the group.
Yeah, great, thank you. Okay, so my next question is what's the biggest change in your life since you became a yoga teacher? So you both said that it's been one of the best things that you've done. What's the biggest thing that's kind of happened to you since then, or the biggest?
I think for me, I think the yoga philosophy has taught me a lot about my mind and my mental state, I suppose. I've got a very busy monkey mind, and it's really taught me how to just live in the present a lot more. And so when I'm teaching my yoga classes, before I would have been worrying about it before and analysing it afterwards, but now I'm much more in a centered place. I'm much more able to recognise my thoughts and bring them down and become centered. And I use all the tools that I've been taught on the course, like the breathing techniques and so on. So the biggest change for me is being able to really control my mind a lot more, as opposed to having it control me, I suppose.
Wow.
Yeah, and for me, it's become my hobby because I'd retired and I didn't particularly like retirement at the time. I was missing something really big in my life, and this just became my hobby. And I couldn't have thought of a more perfect hobby. It just takes up so much of my time, which I love every minute of it. And I just love learning about anything, any aspects of yoga. I just love it.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. What nice responses. It's so interesting to hear how like the tools that we kind of explore on the course actually do translate into real life, and we can use them every day and several times a day. And keeps us busy, keeps us out of trouble. Great. Would you like to share, either of you, your best teaching moment since you started teaching?
Can I share one that I always think about and makes me laugh? There's one of the ladies who comes regularly to yoga. She's very glamorous. I suppose she must be mid-80s, and she's very glamorous. And at the end of one class, she came up to Cath and I quite quietly, and she wanted to whisper something to us. And she said, "The summer coming now, and I want to wear short sleeve t-shirts. Are there any yoga postures that you can do for bingo wings?" And Cath went away and did a whole sequence. So for the month, we didn't call the theme bingo wings. And what did you call it instead?
Tricep workouts.
So for a whole month, we were helping this 85-year-old lady get ready for her.
Amazing. Have you seen some holiday snaps since she's come back from the holidays? In her tank top.
Yeah.
You should have called it bingo wings. That would have been great.
So my best teaching practice was a very impromptu teaching class. I was in Halong Bay in Vietnam, and we were due to have Tai Chi at 6:30 in the morning. But for some reason, the instructor couldn't be there. But lots of people had turned up for it, so quite disappointed. And I said, well, I'd be happy to do a yoga class. And it was just incredible. So we did about 3/4 of an hour, just no plan, no nothing, just went ahead with it, and everybody loved it. They'd all made the effort to get up to go to this Tai Chi class, and I thought it's such a shame that we've got to go back. And I just loved teaching it as well.
Well done, Cath. That's amazing to have the courage to stand up and say, okay, let's do it, to a group of people you didn't know, in a country you didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
Well done. That's amazing.
Thank you
so much. What a story. So wonderful. Okay, so my next question is, do you think anybody can become a yoga teacher? And since you've started studying and teaching yoga a little bit more, have you been able to sort of demystify any of the myths or any of the stereotypes that kind of come along with yoga?
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest myths that we have dispelled, I think, in our own minds, is that everyone has to do the same yoga. I know when I first took up yoga, we all seemed to have to do the same breathing exercise and the same downward dog and the same flow. But I think, everyone, as Cath said, the theme is always your body, your practice, your choice, and you can do things differently if you've got a bad leg or if your energy levels are different or whatever. So I think the myth is that yoga is the same for everyone. No, I think yoga is a unique, individualized process, and we are the guides, but you have to do what is right for you. I think we've both found that. And one of the really lovely things I think with our group is that they have embraced that. When they started with us, they thought they had to do it as we told them, and now they will take adjustments, and some will do it from a chair, some will do it from the floor, some will start in standing, some will start in sitting. And of course, because there are two of us, we can demonstrate, yes, you can do these from standing or sitting, and they will follow us. And now they do it on their own, won't they? They'll take the initiative themselves.
Yeah.
So it's a myth that you all have to do the same thing. There's no one right way. That's definitely.
And I think the fact that Ruth and I are older as well, there's this image that people build up of yoga teachers, that they're all very young, very flexible, headstands and everything else. But I think to see older teachers doing what we can is probably very similar to what they can achieve as well.
One of the our yogis came up to me at the end of a class, and she said, I love coming here. She said, because looking at you and Cath, it's true, anyone can do yoga. Because if you saw Cath and I next to each other, I'm about a foot taller than Cath. I'm like a beanpole. Cath's curvy and gorgeous. And we just are complete polar opposites with the body. And she says, yeah, look at the two of you. Anyone can do yoga. It doesn't matter what shape you are, what size you are. It's for everyone. So I think that's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Oh, thank you so much. It's so nice just listening to you chat about yoga. I could say all day. Thank you. So I'm going to end with one question. What would you tell somebody who is thinking about doing a yoga teacher training course?
I would say don't sit on the fence too long at all. Don't miss that opportunity because it's the best thing ever. But I would also say that you would have to be committed. Put that time aside and commit yourself to the course, because it really is life-changing.
Yeah, I would say that. Saying if you want to be a yoga teacher, it's a brilliant course, but for us, we did it for ourselves, and I think that was just the most amazing experience. I think, yeah, if you've got the time and you've got the interest, it is an absolutely fantastic course. So I would say do it.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Great. Oh, thank you so much, Cath and Ruth, for your time today, your energy, for sharing yoga to your wonderful U3A community. I'll share a couple of the pictures that you shared with me because they are just gorgeous, seeing you with them all. And yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Great.
Okay.
See you. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.